Alright, what's going on everyone? Matt here for the Matt Film Show. Guys, I need to hear make sure thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. Let's get right into today's video. And today I'm gonna be giving you guys a brand new video discussing my review on Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. There's a post-final installment in the Mission Impossible series. According to the title and according to everyone else, the movie stars Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, Haley Atwell as Grace, Palm Clementieff as Paris, Mariela Garia as Marie, Angela Bassett as Erica Kittredge, and Isaac Morales as Gabrielle. Mission Impossible is a very favorite franchise of mine, action-packed franchise. I love action movies, and especially the ones with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is one of my favorite action movie stars. Throughout all the Mission Impossible movies, it's incredible how Tom Cruise does his own stunts, right? And it's just crazy how stakes and how dangerous these stunts are for Tom Cruise to do. But he keeps doing stuff out of the water, you know what I mean? Just mind-blowing stunts, just stunts that you didn't think that he's able to be doing, right? And here, obviously, in every Mission Impossible, including here, the stunts is the things that I love the most here in this movie. I love the stunts that Tom Cruise does, and the fighting sequences and all that is what I love for Mission Impossible. Of course, the action stuff as well is my favorite parts of Mission Impossible. Kind of sad that this is the final installment of the Mission Impossible series. And so I'm gonna give you guys the premise. I'm gonna keep going more overall thoughts and the overall thoughts on this franchise and the movie as a whole. Ethan Hunt and his MIF team face the ultimate challenge, stopping a rogue AI known as the Entity from triggering a global nuclear war. The Entity, an advanced AI program, threatens to destroy humanity, and Ethan Hunt must race against time to prevent its control over nuclear aerosols. This movie is distributed by Paramount Pictures. Like I was saying, this movie has to do a lot of AI, which is something that's very popular these last couple of years with AI technology, right? AI taking over the world and all that. So this is a type of movie that's kind of reminiscent to what's happening to the real world, right? With AI and everything. And I thought that this movie was a very fun movie. Very fun, enjoyable movie. And I really liked how they ended this franchise on a good note. That's always good. You always want to make sure that whenever a franchise ends or is supposed the final one, you always want to make sure that whether the last one was good or not, whatever the case may be, for me personally, always look forward to the last one being the best one as the ability as they can. And it worked. I really like Dead Reckoning. I enjoyed this one. And I enjoyed the other Mission Impossibles. I enjoyed all of them. Had a fun time with all this series. And this movie in general. I thought that there was a lot of underwater scenes. I thought that was really cool. The action sequences, Haley Atwell, she was in Dead Reckoning. She's here again. Very good action sequences with her. I just thought that the whole, AI stuff was very cool. Like I said, it's really reminiscent of what's going on right now in the real world with AI taking over the world. AI is all over the place. So I kind of appreciate that they kind of did release Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning or Dead Reckoning at this time. You know what I mean? I think if it was probably released like 10 years or 15, 20 years from now, if for some weird reason they decide to end at that time, or whatever, this movie in general, it probably would have been setting up what was going to happen in the future, right? But since they released it now with everything that's going on with AI, I thought that was very, very cool. You learn a lot more about AI through this movie, so I thought that was kind of cool. I thought Tom Cruise is great, man. You know, he's 62 years old, I believe, and he still looks great. You know what I mean? And you always wondered, you know, if this is actually the final one, as they call the final reckoning and the final installment, whatever the case may be. I'm kind of glad that this is the final one, but I'm kind of sad because I would have want more because I really like this franchise and I would have wanted more Mission Impossible movies. But I'm saying is Tom Cruise is 62 years old. You know what I mean? How much longer do you want Tom Cruise to do these action sequences? You know, he says he could do this until like he's 90, 100 years old. I understand that, but realistically, I think they ended this franchise in a perfect note and a good time, you know what I mean? Because Tom Cruise is getting older, right? He's not getting any younger. He's getting older. He's going to be 70 years old. He's going to be 80, 90, whatever. He's not going to be able to do these movies for much longer. He believes he can, right? In his mind, Tom Cruise says, oh yeah, I could do this until like I'm 90. No. Tom Cruise will not be able to do this stuff for much longer. So I think that this is the perfect time for ending the franchise. Now, I'm not saying that they should have ended it by now. No, I really like this franchise. I'm a fan of the Mission Impossible, but I understand, and you know, man, this is a franchise that I'm a big fan of. But I'm not that. Don't have a lot of love for this franchise, but this is a franchise I really enjoy watching because of the action stuff and action sequences and all that. So this is a franchise that I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna miss the Mission Impossible movies because of those action sequences, and especially with Tom Cruise, with those intense stunts that he does, jumping off planes and mountains and all that stuff. So I'm gonna miss all that. But I thought that was good. And then also, you know, like I said, Haley Atwell is in this as well. She was in Dead Reckoning. I thought she was good in that one. And she's good here as well. I thought that Palm Klimatiev, who plays Mantis in the MCU, was also in the last one as well, is here as well. I thought she was great as well. Angela Bassett, who played Queen Ramonda, who died in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Black Panther's mom. She's in this one as well. I believe she was in the other one as well. I can't remember. But I thought she was great. She was kind of like different hairstyles. So she's kind of like the short hair. So she was kind of unrecognizable. But when I was watching this movie, I was like, wait, is that Angela Bassett? And it looked like her. And yeah, it was Angela Bassett. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one. Like I said, the plane scenes, intense action sequences. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that Tom Cruise hasn't broken a leg or injured himself. You know, by doing stunts, he does his own stunts. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. You know what I mean? I think with each Mission Impossible, the stunts keeps getting intense by film. You know what I mean? You always wonder what's Tom Cruise going to do now? What kind of stunts is Tom Cruise going to do, right, in the next Mission Impossible, the next films? You know what I mean? And you got to keep in mind, he still has another franchise that he's doing, Top Gun 3. Top Gun 3 is coming out, right? Not sure when it's coming out, but Tom Cruise is doing that one. And imagine how many stunts he has to do for that film as well. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed Top Gun Maverick, by the way. I really enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed Top Gun Maverick. That was a good movie. But I thought that this was a great farewell to Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, as his character. You know, one thing I want to talk about this is that this is a franchise that has been around for the past like 30 years or 30 plus years, right? Since like 1996. So this is a long running franchise that now ended, that's lasted over 30 years. So it's crazy to see that this is a franchise that's lasted so many years through generations after generations, right? So I thought that was kind of neat. That the one thing I would talk about is this. In the beginning of the movie, I really enjoyed how they handled the beginning of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, where they showed scenes of Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt throughout every Mission Impossible movie. I thought that was very, very pretty homage to the original Mission Impossible, Mission Impossible 2. The third one, Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, right? What was the other one? Rogue Nation and I can't remember what was the other one's name. And also Dead Reckoning, leading up to this final moment. So there's like a whole homage to that. I thought that was very, very neat and very, very cool that they did that, you know. And sometimes I thought that was cool because, you know, it really refreshes your memory from the previous Mission Impossible movies, but you get to see how Tom Cruise, not only Tom Cruise, but Ethan Hunt grew as a character through each film leading up to this final moment. Everything that he has gone through, everything that he all the like the everything that he went through, everything that he's gone through led up to this moment, right? So I would say going into the Final Reckoning, I think you should go watch the Dead Reckoning because this is literally part 2 of that one. So we'll pick up after the ending of Dead Reckoning. So you should watch Dead Reckoning. But I believe that you should also watch all 7 Mission Impossible movies leading up to this one. If you haven't seen any of them, go watch it. I think you could enjoy Mission Impossible. It's a fantastic franchise, action film franchise that I really enjoyed. I love these movies, and I'm sad to see this franchise go as of right now. But as well as seeing Tom Cruise retire from Ethan Hunt, right? Sad to see that. But I think everything that all the stuff that he goes through, and characters Ethan Hunt leads to this final moment, right? So I think that it's a smart thing to do is to watch Dead Reckoning and to watch all of them. But I think that there is an homage to that at the beginning of the movie, to all the movies that are leading up to this movie that might, if you haven't seen them in a long time, this movie, for example, the final refreshed my memory at the beginning. And when they did all the homage to that, right? So it refreshed my memory, and I thought that was kind of nice that had to refresh my memory. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that from those Mission Impossible films. But I do think that you should just watch it again for the first time, or again, just to refresh your memory, you know what I mean, leading up to this moment. Because I think Ethan Hunt's a very great character, and Mission Impossible is a very, very great, fun franchise. And you know, for it to be around for almost 30 years, like 28, I think it's been like 28 years or something like that, or close to that. I think it's crazy to see a franchise still popular for 30 years. You gotta remember, Mission Impossible is based on a show. I never saw the original Mission Impossible TV series, like in the 60s. I can't remember when it came. I've never seen it. The only time I saw Mission Impossible is through the films with Tom Cruise, right? But overall, I thought this was a fun movie. It really talked about everything that's going on in the real world right now with the AI. So I kind of thought that was kind of cool because you get to learn about AI, which you learned about that in Dead Reckoning, and it picks up with this one as well, continuing that story that ended with Dead Reckoning to the final reckoning, or the final installment. So I thought that was kind of cool. But overall, I thought that was a fun, entertaining movie. I really enjoyed this movie. And this is a franchise that I'm going to miss because I really enjoyed it. But I do believe in 20, 30 years or so that they're going to reboot Mission Impossible with a new actor. I do believe that, and it always happens all the time. So I don't think that Mission Impossible as a whole is done. I think it's done with Tom Cruise. And this is the final one. But I do believe in 20, 30 years that there's going to be a Mission Impossible reboot with someone else playing Ethan Hunt. But overall, I thought that this movie in general was a fun, entertaining movie, fun action movie, and I really had fun and great time with this film. Overall, but I did have a great overall time with the entire Mission Impossible franchise with Tom Cruise. I thought Tom Cruise was great in this one. The stunts that he does in this film are intense, as well as the other films and all the other films that he does as stunts. I thought everybody was great. I thought Katie Atwood was great. I thought that Tom Killimatif was great, and Angela Bassett was great. Mariela Garriga, I pronounced her name right, was great. And Isa Morales was also great as well. I thought everybody was great in this movie. And I appreciate so much you guys watching this video. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, guys, like. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Are you guys sad that this franchise is ending according to Tom Cruise and everything and the title? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.